Hey, y'all, I'm here. I'm coming. Talk amongst yourselves. Okie dokie. Hi. Oh, there's Christmas overlays. Let's add that. Let's see what they are. How about I bring my mic close? Nope. Don't start crying. There we go. I hope that the whole time I had my mic on. Probably didn't. What is this? Boxing Day. Okay. Festive. Oh, no, wrong festive border. Can I remove this? Yeah, I'll delete that. Delete. We don't need any. Delete. Beach snowman. Dancing skeleton. We need that. That's gonna go. Candy cane frame. Oh, that's cute. Oh, oh, I love that. I love this little, just a little. But I think that the candy cane frame is good too. What's this? Oh, that's cute. Candy border. Boo. Boring. Holiday. Okay, that's cute too. Spooky frame. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. This can go. Okay. I think I have this. No, this can go too. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Okay, the last of my Fiji apple aspartame water. Okay, let's put on. No, let's put this one. Understated. I love gingerbread. I have all the ingredients to make gingerbread, and the only thing that hasn't, the only reason why I haven't made it is because I have a hand mixer. Not even a 2-pronged hand mixer. The only mixer I have is a automatic, like a immersion blender that changes the head. And so one is an immersion blender and the other one is a whisk. And it's just not enough. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Okay. All right. 20 people in the room. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And this is called Fasten Your Seat Belts. And we've got Trish and Rick. We've got Sheena and Forrest. We've got, well, don't remember anybody else. Oh yeah, we've got Emma and Ziad. And we've got Aviva and Stig the rapper or Stig the artist. I wanted my sister to come in because I had to tell my siblings about Stig the artist. So the only like popular Belizean rapper we know is Shine. After that, it's like, but Shine like did well in the US. So that's why we know who he is. But I've never heard of Stig. Not that I would, though. I would not necessarily hear of artists coming through Belize. Oh God, I just wish I can go there and live. I mean, there is really nothing stopping me. If I could just sell all my my worldly goods, and I could stay at my uncle's house for a little bit, but I would eventually have to have a house built or something. And that's the rub. And then I would have to get my citizenship, which is hard for me to get my citizenship because my dad is not a Belizean citizen. He's born in Guatemala, technically, raised in Belize. So I cannot get a Belizean citizenship through him. My cat has the zoomies. I'm here for all the Wah impressions. Yeah. Oh, Google. Oh, about to get paid. Just kidding. Good to know that it's about 7 minutes in, though. All right. And yeah, so I got Trish and Rick, Forrest and Sheena, Aviva and Stig, and Emma and Ziad. All right, that's enough. That's a good amount. I want to keep my favorite for last. Len, let's do the Belizeans first because they didn't really have that much that happened. Boom, 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 boom. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Okay. Hey guys, it's Wahima, but just call me Wah. Melanated. Welcome to my recap of 90 Day Fiance. My name is Wah. I do recaps of relationship reality TV shows such as 90 Day Fiance, Love After Lockup, Seeking Sister Wives. So if you are all interested in that content, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I go live every Tuesday, and I'll add another day if there's another show that comes in. Most likely Love After Lockup on Mondays. If you watch this and you get the Hehe-Hahas and you want to give your girl a tip, you can do so with the options that are scrolling at the bottom of your screen. If you're an international girly and you want to give your girl a super thanks, that'd be awesome as well. Much appreciated. If anything, watch all the ads, please. Watch all the ads. This episode, we're talking 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days, Season 8, Episode 2, Fasten Your Seatbelts. Now, as I mentioned last time, 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days is the first 90 Day Fiance franchise that I started off with on my channel back in the day, 8 seasons ago, with Darcy with her dark hair and Jesse from Holland. What a riveting season of 90 Day Fiance. And here we are now. So welcome for those of you guys who've been here from the beginning, and hello to those of you who are new. All right, so first couple that we are going to start talking about, and it's because I just want to get them over with, is Stig and Aviva. Aviva is beautiful. Aviva is quite beautiful. And Stig ain't bad looking himself. We're now back in Belize. Okay, this is our second, right? First it was Stephanie and Ryan from Belize. And as you may or may not know, my family lineage is from Belize. And Stig, though, I don't believe he's my ethnicity. usually people who are my ethnicity, that'd be the first thing I talk about. Like, yes, I'm from Belize. From Belize. Or Garifuna. And he didn't say Garifuna, so I don't think that he's Garifuna. I think he and Creole him. Just so that you are tracking, there are two groups of Black people in Belize. Them the Creole and them are Garifuna. Now Garifuna believe that Creole them is jealous because they're not a Garifuna. And they don't have Garifuna culture. Okay, they don't got Garifuna language. They don't got Garifuna food. They don't got the culture. And Creole is like, we don't give no F's about y'all. I rarely ever talk to Creole people because it's always a moment of like, oh, you're from Belize? Where are you Garifuna? Oh, no. Have a nice one. Morning. Keep it moving. You're not Garifuna, keep it moving. I don't know you. We don't know each other. So anyways, that's what my dad told me. Creoles are very jealous of Belizeans because Garifunas have a culture and Creoles don't. Which is so probably not true. The rivalry goes deep. Okay. Anyways, so her aunt. Oh, I didn't take the pictures. I did take the pictures. I didn't upload the pictures. Let me upload these pictures, child, because they're pertinent to all the things that I'm about to say. So I'm gonna get fuzzy for a little bit because that's what happens when I upload pictures. My dad's always like, "I'm a true Belizean," and I'm like, "Bro, you don't even have an accent anymore." Would you believe that my early memories of my dad is an accent, and now when he talks to me, it's not even detectable? Could you imagine what life is like for me? to know that my father spoke completely different as for me and as a child than he does now. It's so weird. He had he didn't have the thickest accent, but he had a thick accent when I was little. Or he spoke more Creole than at the time. And P.S. Speaking Creole is like speaking the patois of the land. It's the English of the land. Anyways, so her aunt, Aviva, has lived in Belize for 20 years, and she recently moved back to the US because she's divorcing her cheating ass husband. And I said, that tracks. That tracks. This man has cheated on her several times, so much so that she's like, I'm out. I am out. I give up. I'm moving back to the States. And while her niece was there to visit her one day, she runs into Stig. How come I didn't download that picture of her helmet head? Here it comes. She runs into Stig and she meets him, and they start to talk on and off while she is in America. And finally, 6 months ago, they started to get serious. This is her aunt. Her aunt has no accent. Her aunt sounds like she's lived in America the entire time. How do you live in a place with an accent as heavy as Belize for 20 years and you come out of it not a sound of the Caribbean in your voice? Where was she living? Who did she talk to? I have so many questions. There ain't no way. And this severe ass bun with this clip-on ponytail, I said, girl, I know she with these 2 hoop earrings, you can tell she been in a culture. Okay? She been in a culture. But I said this woman does not have an accent, and there is no way. There is no way. I watch a Belizean video, and the next thing I say is an accent, and I've never lived there. Just how could you go there and just not come back with a little Ali accent? Ali accent. How can you go there? How can you go there and just be like, and you don't walk away going, Uno not for run up and down in this house. Oh. Oh. Uno not for run up and down in this house. I don't get it. I was fully expecting a slight accent, and I was about to be like, and she was like, "You need to be careful, cause Belizean man." And I was like, "What? 20 years?" I love that for her. I love that. She's no Tina Marie. Flashback, who's that? Saw you with the man. Yeah. She lied. That's what I'm saying, Kenny. That is what I'm saying. How do you go there and at least, I don't know. I'm like, I don't get it. Not an accent heard. Not an accent to be had. But anyways, I said, okay, double hoop earrings. I mean, the earrings are like them Belizean earrings, y'all. Like, I want to see them in gold, or if she had the what do they call them? I want to say kichi, but I don't think that's the right term. The natives. So when people are like, "Oh, the Mayans are dead," I'm like, the Mayans are literally right there in Belize. Like they are. I mean, maybe they're not called Mayans anymore, but the indigenous population of Belize is there, visibly walking around, visibly speaking their language in the streets, moving about the place, selling gold. Okay, at the Jaguar reserves, living their best lives. Belize is one of the most diverse countries that I've ever been to besides the US. It is very diverse. Because all the Belizeans I knew were Black, when I got there and I was like, huh, very diverse. Yeah, it's not like, oh, whatever. Yeah, the Mayan earrings. Yeah. I'm like, give me all that gold. Give me all of it. I was like, what is she? I don't know. Anyways, I just expected a lot more from that auntie, and she didn't give me what I thought she was going to give me, and I'm fine with it. But that slick back hair with that high pony, I say, you've been around Black women. That's a Black lady hairstyle. That's a Black lady hairstyle. You've been around Black women, so I get it. But where's your accent? Uno nofe is what you need to say. If you're not saying uno nofe, then I don't know where you are. I don't understand it. But anyways, she's like, listen, I got duped by a Belizean, and they'll be all in your face smiling and cheesing and doing things and cheating on you in the background. So you better be careful. And she's like, I don't believe that. I just trust him so much. And auntie was like, listen, girl, Belize is a small place, especially where Stig is from, and everybody know everybody's business. Let me tell you, that is the truth. When you walk down the street in any Belizean town and someone is on their porch, or you walk by someone, you say "Manin," good morning. And then they're like, "Yankee gal." So I have to say "Manin" because I can't have people just yelling Yankee at me. I can't have it. I don't like it. Don't yell Yankee at me in the streets. Because when I'm in the US, everyone's like, "Oh, you're African." So everywhere I go, someone is like, someone is just saying something different about me. Anyways, so she says, my homegirl Vivian, or what happened is that he was at a show, and he in his show has this song, and it has the name Vivian in it, and Vivian was supposedly in the crowd, and Vivian went off with him afterwards, and she's like, what do you think of that? And Aviva's like, I don't think that's true. I think we're gonna get married. I'm really hoping for a ring. I said, you're really hoping for a ring? From Stig the artist? Stig the artist is not getting married. And if he is, he's marrying a local girl. He's not marrying you. And if he does marry you, he's cheating on you. Stig the artist has many women in him. Many women in him. Okay? He has a lot of women. You're beautiful. And you're silly if you were going to give all of your affections and attention to him. Girl, you better keep your options open. If he's having more than one, you should have more than one. Get you another Belizean man. There's a lot roaming around. So anyways, she's like, the one thing that he wanted from me was firecracker shrimp. So the day before she leaves, not the day of, the day before she leaves, she goes to Panda Express and gets him some firecracker chicken. Now, there are several ways that you can travel internationally with food. And one of the best, most popular ways is to freeze said item. Wrap it in saran wrap, wrap it in foil, and put it in some kind of insulated bag. And if that insulated bag happens to have some ice packs, go ahead and throw them in there with some ice packs. But what you don't do is take a styrofoam container that isn't wrapped in saran wrap or any kind of like sealing entity, and then just throw it in like an Aldi bag, like a Aldi reusable bag, and just take it on a plane. Day old firecracker shrimp chicken. Then you're gonna say, it smells starting to smell and I'm hungry. Ha 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 ha. I said, for salmonella? I'm sorry, are you hungry for penicillin and mold and like sickness, belly sickness? You want diarrhea? I was so confused at that choice. I was very confused. She's like, I'm so excited to see him. And you guys, Belize is only a 5-hour flight. This is not, she not taking a train, plane, and automobile and 2 layovers in Hong Kong. You know what I mean? This ain't that flight. So there are ways for her to get firecracker chicken to Belize and not have it be stanking up the whole plane. She didn't even put it in no saran wrap. I said, why are you bringing him rice? Why? What you needed to do is get a little container of it, right? Make them pack it in. And then when you get home, wrap it in some saran wrap, put it in the freezer. After you wrap it in some saran wrap, put it in some foil, put it in the freezer. Then when you're getting ready to go, take it. And then he can have his nasty 3-day-old firecracker shrimp chicken. Is there no Panda Express in the airport? That's what I'm saying. We got a bunch of people on this episode who looks like they ain't never been in an airport. Rick didn't seem like he never been in the airport. We damn sure know Molly and Dev ain't been in no airport. Oh, you're right. Tupperware. You're right. I didn't even think of that. I'm just trying to figure out girl, mistakes were made. Okay? And we had to watch the mistakes being made. And now I'm judging her. Because now I feel like she don't understand how food works. She don't know how to cook. There's a lot of things that there's a lot of things that Miss Aviva is about to do. So this is about to be a whole shit show. Yeah, I know. There are options. And she did not do that wisely. And it just felt really unnecessary. Now I'm going to watch this woman bumble her way through Belize. Like bumble her way through Belize. That's crazy. Only thing he wants is shrimp. Girl, if you don't get the recipe, what she should have said is, you know what? I can't bring it to you, but go ahead and buy us some shrimp and I will make it. I'll make the firecracker shrimp. Like if she needed to bring a bell, they got bell peppers in Belize. What am I even saying? There's what other they got the Chinese man in Belize. They've got Chinese. So there's Asian markets. You're gonna be easily, especially if they're in Belmopan. I don't know what city they were in. But like there's the oh my god. Just like, what are you talking about? What is happening? I'm so upset over shrimp. They have, yeah. Bring the sauce they have at the grocery store. Exactly. But they have that there. I'm telling you, there's an entire community of Chinese in Belize. Okay. They have Asian markets. I'm sure that they flow in different types of Asian cuisine. Talking about he wants some firecracker chicken from Panda Express. That don't make no sense. She better Panda Express her hands and make that firecracker chicken. I'm sure they got some cornstarch. They could get it real crispy. Get her some Trader Joe's sweet and sour sauce. Call it a day. Okay. Anyways, so she says that she wants a ring when she gets to Belize, and that is the end of them. All right, let's move on to Emma and Ziad. Okay, so with Emma and Ziad, Emma's going through it because she now realizes that Ziad has lied to her. He has brought her there under false pretenses with absolutely no plans on keeping his word as to what they were going to do and how religious he is. I'm going to tell you that Ziad looks different in every single photo and video of him I see. He looks the cutest at a certain angle, and he knows that angle because when he's talking to her through video chat, it's the right angle. This is the wrong angle. Okay? It's the wrong angle. So he did what he had to do to get her to fly her silly self over to Morocco. Once she gets there, he's like, "Oh, I can give you a kiss on the cheek." And she's like, "We literally talked about having sex and doing all the things." And then producers even call him out on it. They're like, "Don't you remember saying that?" And he's like, "I mean, I said it, but like that doesn't mean I meant it." Like saying things and talking is not like something that I would do. So when she gets there and she's like, "Babe, you told me that we can do all this." He's like, "You have to respect me as a man and respect my choices as my culture." He full on pulls the like, it almost feels like she's trying to sexually assault him. And he's like, "I've made my choice. I've said no." You know what I mean? Did you guys not feel that? I felt a little bit like he had been saying yes, been saying yes, been saying yes. And then when it came time to do it, he's like, "I changed my mind. I don't want to." Yeah, don't respect me, respect my manhood and my religion and my country. I don't want to do that. I've changed. He didn't say I changed my mind, but he said something akin to that. Like, "It's my choice," is what he said. "It's my choice." And I said to him, "Wow, this sounds like sexual, like she's trying to sexually assault you. And you are now saying, no, like, I don't want this. And I'm allowed to make a choice and say no at the last minute," which is very true, which is very true. So if we look at it from a lens of someone who said, "Yes, I will have sex. Yes, I will kiss you. Yes, I can hold you in public." And then when you get there, they're like, "No, no, no. No, 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 no. When it's really, or when it was, yes, 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 yes. But now it's no, 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 no." And I'm like, I gotta respect his wishes at that point. The way he said it was like, "This is my choice." I said, "Yeah, they definitely is the old bait and switch." And at that point, I'm not trying to tell him that he's wrong for it. I'm just saying he's a liar. You know what I mean? Like, it is your choice and I respect your choice. But you lied and you falsely brought her into this. And so now, and this is what we see all the time. And this is why I was like, I'm tired of this narrative, is that we see these young girls who are like, he said that his religion wasn't going to be a problem. And now he's telling me that he can't do this thing. And it's because he wants her to cover up and be the girl that he can actually bring home to his mother. I don't know how she met Muhammad's mother dressed as she was. But anyways, so he's like, "Respect me, respect my religion." And she's like, "I can't even say, oh, how do my boobs look?" And I said, "Emma, that's the least of your worries. That is the least of your worries, whether or not he likes your boobs or whether or not he can comment on how your boobs look." And I was like, "Oh wow, you're 27. And not only are you 27, you're emotionally 18." Like, oh. So at this point, guys, and I know I said this last time, we just have to remember that this is not going to work out. And we just have to watch these silly fools go through it and still laugh. So isn't this so funny? She gets there. And so then he's trying to like do things for her, and she gets frustrated with him because she's like, "You won't even acknowledge that you lied to me." And so like, whatever, I mean, let's go. And he's like, "Okay, after you go." She's like, "No, after you." And he's like, "Go." And she's like, "No, you go." And so finally she goes, and he's like, "Can you hold the flowers?" And she like grabs the flower. She's like, "I'll hold the flowers." He's like, "No, put the flowers down." And she's just like frustrated, and they're both annoyed with each other. She has so many bags. He gets the smallest car he can get, and they can't, fit her bags in the car. Then they get into the car and she tries to call him out on it. And I was just like, girl, if you tell someone that they told you an untruth and they argue with you, cut and run. Cut and run. I know I said this in the last 90 Day Fiance live I did, but you, when someone shows you who they are, believe them and make a choice that works best for you, unless you're doing it for the plot. And if I were her, 27, got on 90 Day Fiance, babes, I'd be doing it for the plot. So cheers to Emma for doing it for the plot. So anyways, she's there and they get to the hotel and then everything is like immediately like okay because it's so beautiful. And she calls it a riot. And I don't know if this is the same hotel that Oshama and what's her face stayed in, because I feel like they refer to it as the same thing as well. And it kind of looks like it. And there's like a house mom or something who like cooks food. Where is this hotel? So they get there, it's beautiful, and she's like, "You can't stay with me?" And he's like, "No, I'll stay in the other room." She's like, "Oh," and I thought to myself, you didn't have to pay for his room, right? Win-win. Yeah, I'm not somebody who wants to stay in the same room with somebody. I don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. After my last trip, not last trip, but like before the pandemic, I went on a trip, and that was the last trip that I shared a room with somebody. It's just not something I'm gonna be doing ever again in my life. It's just, it's just. I mean, it would have to be slapdash. It would have to be like, okay, we're going on a day trip just to like go check out, I don't know, something, and I don't have the money, and we're not making a weekend. It's just like a 3-hour drive, spend the night, 3-hour drive back. Okay, we can share a space, but even then, I want you to know I'm uncomfortable. I snore, and I'm uncomfortable, and I want to be able to spread out. I want to be able to like. I don't want. I just want to be comfortable. I want to be comfortable in my sleeping and living situation. So when she was like, "Oh, you can't stay with me," I was like, "Girl, if you don't enjoy that whole bed by yourself," and I think the problem is because she didn't bring any big panties. She didn't bring any like deliciously soft, cozy pajamas. And if she did, she didn't let us see them. What we saw was a teddy. Girl, if you don't take that teddy off and just go to sleep. So they get to the hotel and she's like, "Okay, let's throw everything behind." He gave me a bracelet and he's like, "You can only get this bracelet in Morocco." And I looked at that bracelet and I said, "That can't be true. That can't be true." I don't believe that for 1 second. Oh, Marsha says Riyadh is a beautiful lush garden, so maybe it's just a fancy. Ah, okay, okay. Okay, thank you. Yeah, like I'm just like, girl. So she's like, "I just want things to be okay." So things are okay. They go for dinner. He gets the lady to make some tagine, and they make it. And she's like, "I don't like olives." And then I was just like, I get people. I know people that don't like olives, but they're so good. And so I'm like, maybe you like olives in this meal. So there's like a side salad, and it's in that lovely Moroccan dish. I don't know what it's called, but that's a cooking, apparatus. And I'm like, I want every cooking apparatus of every country. Like I have a wok. I haven't used it not one time, but I have it. I have it. It's just not seasoned. I bought a good one, and I don't know how to season it properly, but I got it. I mean, don't give me something that I need to buy from another culture because I will. I will. I just need my kitchen to be big enough so then I can have like a cabinet for each culture. I'm like, here's my Korean cabinet because I got a little me a soup slash bop like little thing that you can put on the stove. I got that. So like, I'll be in your culture's business. You guys know I will be. And so she's eating this food, and she's like, "You didn't tell me the truth about what you can do." And he's like, "Babe, I'm a man." And she's like, "What?" And then she loses her appetite. And I said, there is nothing that could make me lose my appetite to that food. There is literally nothing that could make me lose my appetite for that cuisine. I don't people who have a normal relationship with food, hello. I hope you're well. Me? I'm eating it. Give me some to go. Because when I wake up at 2 a.m. worried about where I am, when I turn over and I smell that food, I'm going to need me some pita and a little scoopity doop. I'm eating it tomorrow for breakfast. Just fry me up some eggs on the side. And I will eat that with breakfast tomorrow with some eggs. What are you talking about? You don't have an appetite anymore. I was so mad. I have a Moroccan cookbook here, and I want to make tangine so bad. I think I will. I think I will. Thank you so much, Soraya. Like, what? Talking about she don't got no appetite. Girl, if you don't call I don't know what her name was, Khadijah, back in here to pack this up, take it home. If you don't call her back in here to get this for me, tell her to make me some eggs in the morning. I'm gonna eat it on the veranda with my coffee. So anyways, she's upset because they can't do any hugs and kisses, and he won't admit that he tricked her and lied to her. And so he says talking is something different. In reality, it's different. And so then she says that a couple of weeks ago, she got her spidey sense was tingling, and she looked at his Instagram page and realized that he follows thousands of women. So she started messaging every single one of them. And as she got through it, one person responded. And he's like, I don't know that person. Like, I barely talked to that person a long time ago. It's nothing. And she believes him. And I just think, wow, watching young women like go through the same bevy of lies and deceit that I went through, and that many women of our generation, my generation, your generation, whatever generation that is, go through it with these hetero men. I really wish that we could just, like, if there was a way to teach the children and just help them not waste their time. I know that they all have to go through it. That's the only way you truly learn. But to watch them believe a lie and then have to be disappointed. Whoever is selling girls this like fantasy of being married, being in a relationship, needs to be quartered, tarred and feathered. Okay? Stretched in the town square. Disney needs to be taken off the racks. Any story, any love story where you just got to push through and eventually things will work out. I want there to be a show and a movie and a mini series and a documentary that goes viral that talks about how they lie and how they will waste your time. And if we want to do it for everybody who's a liar and a time of waster, doesn't matter their gender, fine. But I want there to be a class in junior high and high school that tells children people will lie to you to get what they want from you. Believe them when they tell you who they are, as well as fool me once, shame on you, but fool me twice, shame on me. Okay? we would all save ourselves so much time, pain, and energy if we just learned to not forgive the first time. We just need to, as a society, if someone tells you who they are, shows you who they are, believe them and walk away. Believe them and walk away. So, anyways, that's what I want for her. That is what I want for her. In the town square, Soraya. Quartered, stretched, Iron Maidened. Did you know that there are laws in certain states where if you are found guilty of breaking up a marriage, you can be held liable and or sued? That's another conversation, but like there needs to be laws about lying to people, misleading. And I think that lawyers should work on those cases pro bono. And if you are caught lying and misleading, then you need to do some jail time or community service. If we're gonna get all moral on it, if we're gonna bring morality into relationships, then come on, Every teenager who's been just be lying, just to come on out in the town square, shamed publicly. I'm for sure teaching my kids that fact and stressing that they don't have to deal with people just because they're family. If they fool you once, don't give them a chance to fool you twice. Exactly. You can forgive, just don't forget, and never put yourself in a position for them to treat you like that again. I'm not saying break the relationship off, but I'm saying, well, yeah, I am saying break the relationship off, but I'm saying, like, depending on the relationship, just know that you're at arm's length now. You don't get a second opportunity. Once you lie to me, I'm like, oh, yeah, I can never trust you again. I'm so sorry. You shouldn't have lied. I get it. I get the need to lie. But in this case, it felt like manipulation when you could have just told me the truth and could have just said that you're not ready to settle down and you wanted to have sex with other women too. You could have just been honest. Then I would have told you. Like, have you guys seen this video that's going viral of a man being like, I'm not going to tell the truth because I want the cookie. And if I tell you the truth, you're not going to give me the cookie. And the other person's like, well, because they don't want to give you the cookie unless they know the truth. Like, they want to give it to certain people. Well, that's not my fault, so I got to tell you a lie. And she's like, so you have to trick somebody into doing it? Like, it's a thing. It's a male and female talking. And he is trying to say, like, yeah, the reason why I lie is because I want this. And she's like, so you lie to them and entrap them into doing what you yeah. Because otherwise I'm not going to get it. In the town square. Tarred and feathered. Like, you don't just get to do that. Anyways, I know I went down a rabbit hole, but here we are. So she is like, I'm so upset. He can't stay in the same room with me. And then he lied to me. So she puts on a baby blue teddy. That's a thong. And gets in the bed. Girl, if you don't get yourself some big cotton panties and go to sleep in a big with a big t-shirt on and get real comfortable, a thong teddy? No, absolutely not. That is a negative ghostwriter. A thong teddy. Never in my life. You could take these big panties and love them. Okay. Next couple that we are going to talk about. Let's go with Rick and Trisha. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, they about to get on my nerves something serious. I think that Rick is a delulu, like, weirdo for dating a 25-year-old girl. And I think that Trisha just don't know no better because she's 25 and she's dating a hot 52-year-old American who she thinks is going to be able to offer her something. Something wrong with this man. Like, his older son is 29 years old. That means he probably has a child somewhere in the same age. I don't care how old you were when you had your first child. You are never allowed to date someone the same age as your child unless that is 40. If you are 60 and you want to date a 40-year-old, that's the only time you're allowed to date somebody the same age as your child. You're not dating a 32-year-old the same age as your child. You're not dating a 35-year-old the same age as your child. You are weird. You're weird. Okay? And I know I didn't say that the first episode, but he is also giving old head gross behavior when he sees her. It is disgusting. I was uncomfortable and disgusted the whole time. And the only reason why anybody wouldn't be as upset and disgusted as me is because you don't realize how old he is, because he looks so good. I would easily in this picture give him a smooth 37. I'd give him 37 in this picture. That to me is still too old for her, but okay. He don't even look like he's in his 40 in this picture. In his real life, I would give him 40. But he don't look 52. And that's the only reason we're not upset is because he doesn't look like Gino. If he looked like Gino, then there'd be a different situation. Now, we're going to start off, and I'm going to tell you right now, I said red flag, only because culturally, her culture's somewhere in the past where every woman needs to have a child. Which then makes me go, oh, so they don't acknowledge gay couples. It's every woman's duty to have a child or something like that. That's what she said. Maybe not duty, but like in my tribe, we feel like women should have children. No. No. What about the women who don't want to have children? What about the women who can't have children? She's a midwife. Love that for her. She really wants children. And this man, she says she really thinks that, Rick is the right person for her because he's so good looking and he has great eyes. And also he has a 2-year-old and he's taking care of his kids. Rick has too many kids. to not be married to one of them women. I'm judging. If we judge women harshly for this behavior, I'm gonna judge Rick. Rick was out there with a dirty D, roaming the earth of California, having childrens and shit. Mm-mm. So she says Madagascar looks beautiful. She's like, it's the fourth biggest island in the world, and she says that they're poor, but they, have a lot of culture. And I was like, this don't look poor. And I'm not saying that like, good or bad. I'm saying that I looked at that and I was like, this doesn't look unsafe. Like, this looks fun. This looks like, what was that orange? The wild orange? Wild orange? Tell me more about this wild orange. Tell me more about every single fruit I saw on a head and on a bicycle and in a wagon. I want to know about it all. Every fruit. I need to go to Madagascar. And she says that she's from an aggressive tribe who, like, if there's drama, they just fight it with their fists. And I said, okay, I'm here for that. She was with her ex for 3 years, and her ex cheated on her all the time, and she was very much in love with him. And I was like, okay, yeah. So when you were 21, 22, like, you're a baby. So now I have to listen to a baby talk. Rick has a secret. He says that he did something during the 5 days that she ghosted him. And I'm like, what did you do? Did you just like go on Figueroa Street and just get a harem of prostitutes? Were you on the Fig? Were you on Roa Ave? Where was you? She ghosted you for 5 days. I'm like, what is the ghosting limit? If you're talking to somebody and then all of a sudden they stop talking to you, what is the limit in which you then go buck wild? It can't be 5 days. Because if not, if you really like somebody, it can't be 5 days. Also, I think you should say, hey, you haven't talked to me for a while, so I'm assuming we're done and I'm going to move on. Thanks. All the best. You know what I mean? But anyways, so he has this big secret. He went to West Hollywood. He was in Boys Town having a great time at Hamburger Mary's at the Pink Pony Club. You know what I mean? He was having an awesome time. So anyway, he's like, I hope she'll forgive me because I really want to trust her. We've got some trust issues. She ghosted me for 5 days. I'm like, 5 days, but I guess if your relationship is only online, if you don't talk to somebody for 5 days, maybe you feel some kind of way. I mean, I don't. I ain't talked to Guatemala Bay in 3. We're approaching 5th. We're approaching our 4th day. I'll call him at some point. He knows I'm busy. So let's see. He has a 32-hour flight, and she says that, he complains a lot. She's like, he doesn't want to stay at my place because there's no air conditioning and there's no hot water. So he gets this hotel, and she thinks the hotel is nice. And it is nice. It has a loft, So I was like, okay, I was happy for this. It's better with whatever's going down in what was that? What's the British lady? Zena? Yeah. Zena and Ibrahim. Where were they? The Gambia. It's better than what was going down in the Gambia. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. It's better than what was going down in the Gambia. Thank you. Google. Come on, paint me, Google. 5 days make you slip, child. You should not be married. Exactly. So anyways, he complains a lot. So she is like, okay, fine. We'll just do whatever it is that he wants to do. And so she's getting ready for him to show up, and he's like also taking this very, very long journey. Finally they meet in the airport. Her heart is palpitating. She's dressed so cute, and she takes off her shoes and she runs to him and is so happy. And he's, she's crying, and he's like, baby, don't cry. And at the amount of time that he called her baby, I just was uncomfortable. I just began to be uncomfortable the whole time. Like, I was just like, this feels too rushed. It's something about him gives me the heebie-jeebies. I think that he is probably a decent bloke. I think he's indicative of his like Gen X generation. I think it's inappropriate for him to be with a 25-year-old and be, he's like, she's the girl of my dreams. I need you to have bigger dreams, sir. Him and his 5 jobs, like, I need you to have better employment. I need you to be a little bit more stable. You just broke up with your ex-wife and you have a 2-year-old. Can you focus a little bit on your children? It's just something about it that doesn't sit well with me. It just doesn't feel like proper adult behavior to me. So she wants to be sexy for him. And so they have this moment where when they get back to her hotel. Oh, also I wanted to say this. Why did they show this lady's shoes after she got off the gurney after having her baby checked? I said, are they trying to show that she has on some, what is this, Taryn? What is this, Tory Burch? Or Tory Burch adjacent? I was like, why did they show this lady's shoes? Because, they do some shady camera work, and I was just wondering what was going on. So anyways, she goes and showers and comes out, and then he's like, oh, like he's doing like oogly eyes at her. And then he goes in the showers and he comes out of the shower and she's already changed over into her sexy attire, which is a thong, which is cute on her, and a bra set. And he comes out of the bathroom and is just like, oh my God. Wow, you're so beautiful. Wow. Whoa. Ah, I'm so excited. And then they start to like kiss each other on the bed. And I'm just like, what do we need this shot for? 90 Day Fiance producers, 90 Day Fiance cutting room floor folk. Why do we need this shot? He's like, you're going to have to go now. Wow. Wow. Whoa. I just was like, it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. Yeah. and scene. Like, it was a lot. The whole time I was like, I'm so uncomfortable as I'm like taking screenshots. I'm so uncomfortable. I'm so uncomfortable. Oh, like it was too much. It was absolutely too much, inappropriate and too much. He complained about the traffic. He's like, oh, okay. I see what you're saying, why it takes you sometimes 2 hours, but then when you get home, you don't call me. So that's your fault. And then when he said that's your fault, I was like, oh, red flag. Red flag. Fault? I don't speak in those terms. I don't do that. This is Menon and Anthony territory. I don't do this. Like, I need emotional intelligence. It's your fault for not texting me. Fault? I'm an adult. What are you talking about? The people next door is like, probably, hey, police, there's a tiger here. Call the police. It's too much. It is too much. I put they kiss and I am uncomfortable is my note. All right, moving on to who we are really here to see. The most interesting couple so far is Forrest and Sheena. Sheena is so beautiful, you guys. She's so beautiful. So we start off with them dancercising with together over FaceTime, and they look like they're having a great time. Okay, I can do nothing but admire this young, what looks like young, fresh love. It is so innocent, and I love that for them. I love it for them. And so he says that not everything is roses and buttercup biscuits or something. He's just made up his own like little saying because after they do their jazzercise and it's the next day and he's getting ready to go to the Philippines, she has come clean to him that the money that he thought that she had saved is no longer, because she this entire time has never saved a dime and has given all the money to her family. And like I said, we have seen many Filipina on this show. Even on 90 Day Fiancé UK, specifically, especially. And in 90 Day Fiancé UK, they do a lot better job of explaining cultural norms. And so at this point, shout out to Christina, we know that culturally, unless you are married, women stay and live with their families. And the money that they get goes to the family. It is part of the retirement program. It is part of culture. It is part of everything that happens. And so To hear Forrest and his mother be so upset and refer to her family as scammers is upsetting to me because it's most likely not true. We don't know. We haven't found out yet. But it is most likely not true. And it is putting a title on a group of women on this show that they have traditionally have attempted to do. I mean, we've had many. We've had Jenny. We've had Rose. We've had the girl who was with Tariq, Hazel. We've had. I mean, you know what I mean. We've got the two ladies from the UK. We've had plenty of Filipinas on this show, and at this point, we should know. Mary, they take care of the family. And I don't love the narrative that any woman from South America, Brazil, which is South America, and Philippines are just like out here trying to use Americans. These American men are going to these countries to talk to women who have less than them so that they'll be more appreciative of the nothing that they have to give them. So I do not appreciate the opposite narrative. Now, I get it that he has been used before. He tells the story of his Indonesia situation. So he met a girl on karaoke online and he flew to Indonesia and she jacked him for every last single dime. Now, I need to know the tea. Did he give her this money? Did he hand this money over to her? Or did she steal it out of his wallet in the middle of the night? That's what I need to know before I make a judgment on whether or not it's actually true. Did she take advantage of somebody who's neurospicy and maybe has a different understanding of what's going on? Most likely. Not most likely, but maybe. But we don't know that. So he was scammed or he was used once in his life, and that's a fair call out. But for Molly and him to be talking about her parents as though Sheena is going to leave her family and ride off into the sunset and never talk to them again. They are dogging her family out on national TV. This girl is not going to turn her back on her entire Pinoy lineage to be with Forrest in America, Forrest and Molly in America. I mean, who knows? Maybe she would. But I mean, for y'all to be calling the family scammers without even truly understanding the culture is a bit short-sighted. So, there's that. A bit short-sighted. Oh, what is this comment? Rick gives old player vibes. Old player, no game vibes. I see why he is single. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, he gives old head 100%. He would be a great cast. Oh, yeah, you're right. From my understanding, she was supposed to exchange the money and never give it back. Ah, okay, yeah. Yeah. So, anywho, she's lied about the money again, and he feels like her parents are trying to sabotage their relationship and make her as broke as possible. And that when she pushes back, they threaten to kick her out onto the streets. And I'm like, sounds cultural to me. Sounds like when she's like, oh, I have to save this money for me and my whatever. They're like, get out of our house then. That's what it sounds like. So I need to know. And who knows if we're ever going to get their side of the story. So he's decided he's only taking a backpack because once they get there, they're going to go shopping. I said, how tall are you? And when you say shopping, do you mean that that she's going to take you to a place where they're going to make clothes for you? Is there a big and tall store in Manila? I mean, there might be. There might be. There might be. But is there? Did you bring any underwear? Did you bring any underwear? I have so many questions. So he's going to go to the Philippines with his mother, Molly, and his stepfather, Dev, who's raised him since he's 12. And he feels like Dev is his dad. Let me tell you about Dev. Dev is strong and silent. And when he does speak, we don't see this man speak until they get into the cab. And Molly's talking all kinds of sideways about Sheena's parents. And Dev is like, well, Molly, remember that we're going to go there and we're going to better understand their culture. And she's like, you're right. You're right. I want us to join the Mile High Club. He's like, I really hope she doesn't get arrested. attempting to join the Mile High Club. And from there, we just see a like we just see a comedy from like Charlie Chaplin and like the Three Stooges. Okay. We just see a very commedia dell'arte, like Three Stooges situation of Dev. It should be like Dev, Molly, and Forrest going through all the airports that they go through. Where's my blue bag? I don't know. What's that? I dropped my berries. What? Look at this. We're on an international flight. My ankles are sore. Is there a bathroom here? And when she said, is there a bathroom here? That is when I finally, like the first time when she was like, oh, we're at the airport. I thought, okay, maybe this is her second time. But when she said, is there a bathroom? I said, oh, you ain't never been in an airport. Is there a bathroom? There's 11 million bathrooms in airports. You can't throw a baby without hitting a bathroom in the airport. That is one of the best things about an airport. There are so many bathrooms that it is a rare day for me when I enter a bathroom and it's actually dirty, because there are just so many of them and they hire enough staff to keep them relatively clean. Forrest was like, you would think that this would be a fun adventure, but it was like taking two toddlers. Oh, Dev lost his phone. I don't know where my phone is. I was like, I would die. I can see why the man only brought a backpack. He's like, not only am I buying my clothes there, I'm for sure staying. My ankles. How long was that flight? And I said, Molly, were you asleep or drunk? Both. This is their second layover. And I'm like, what? Y'all, I'm not saying that I know that there are direct flights to the Philippines, but it felt like it took them a full 48 hours to get there the way that they went. I'm like, okay, if y'all are in Oregon, did you fly over the States to get to the Philippines, or did you fly over open water? I imagine you flew over open water. So did you stop in Hawaii? And then from Hawaii, you took another layover to Hong Kong. And then from Hong Kong, because y'all went to Manila. They didn't go to like Cebu or somewhere like a little island off of the whatevers. Like, I need to know the exact flight. Like, it was, I was like, if I were him, I would have been so frustrated. They did it as a montage. It was so silly. He had to wrangle his parents. That shit is crazy. So anyways, we go to Manila now, 24-hour earlier, and we see Sheena, and at first we're like, is she a nurse? And then I'm like, no, she's not a nurse. She's not a nurse. Is she a doctor? And then she's like, yes, I like being a doctor, except for my patients poop on me. And I was like, what kind of doctor? Explaining what kind of doctor. And then we realized that she's a vet. And I'm like, oh, she making good money. But she works 6 days a week, 8 hours a day. So I'm like, that don't feel like good money to me. And then we see her home and we're like, oh, she's making good money. The family home is nice. So I'm like, okay, girl. So we're seeing more of a middle class like situation going on, the same way that we did with Arya and Andrew from the UK. So I was like, okay. So she's just making a decent amount of money. Like, okay. And so she says that she would consider herself a lonely person until she met Forrest, and everything just changed for her. And she's so happy that she met him. I was like, oh, she's such a great smile. She's so pretty. And she thought that the conversation about the finances would be kept between her, but Forrest told Molly, and Molly sent her a tirade of just like terrible text messages about how she doesn't trust her. And so now Sheena's worried that Molly's going to try to break them up, which Molly is like, yep, definitely going to do that. And it's just like sad that we have to see someone not understand cultural expectation. But at the same time, I do understand that Molly is just trying to protect her son. And when I think about Molly, I don't think that Molly is necessarily I think she's overprotective, but at the same time, the fact that she has so open about sex with her son, I think has got to be it feels hard for us to watch, but I think I like that for Forrest. I like that his mother is going to talk to him and explain things to him. You know what I mean? I like that for him. I think that's not terrible. Um and I think while I think Molly has all the greatest intentions, I do think that she is like small town, small mind. And I'm glad that Dev is going to be there to hold her back. Because now, while Dev can't find his phone, doesn't know where his blue bag is, and like can't keep his luggage together, he is on an adventure with these two. They are all leaving the country or at least the parents are leaving the country for the first time, and they're having a good old time. And I just want to, I feel, I'm not mad at Molly right now because I think she just is ignorance, and it really is coming from a place of wanting to protect her son, who has already been taken advantage of once. And I think that any mama bear goes through the mama bear emotions. And I think it is especially heightened when your child has some kind of neurospicy or some kind of, support that they need. So I really can't be that upset at her for this behavior, because it doesn't feel like it's coming from like racism, but I'll leave space for that too. So next episode, we're gonna see them meet. It looks like Sheena's really nervous, and I think to me that they are probably going to be my most interesting couple that we'll watch on this season. And we still haven't met two other couples, I believe. So that's a lot. Like, we have not met, who's this? Whoever they are. We have not, who's this? Oh, nope. We haven't seen Elise yet and her man. And this picture of them makes me believe that they don't actually meet each other, because they're not taking it together. Look at this. Like, they're together, they're together, they are together, not together, they are together. We haven't met them yet. They are together. And so it's just a little concerning. They are together and they are together. So I'm a little like, what's Elise doing? What's Elise and her man up to? Sheena has made me feel it's a real relationship. Yeah, I agree. Gato, get down immediately. He's learned to jump on things, and I'm having to fight him. Hold on. Great. He's down. Anyways, that's the end of the episode, you guys. Thank you so much for joining. His mom should have guided him to find someone in the States. He should have found someone, but maybe not someone they could manipulate. Yeah. But as long as it's love, like, I'm happy for him. I hope it works out. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll get together next week and we'll talk through this episode. I'm actually really excited for this season. It's going to be, I know, another like 22 weeks of our lives. So everyone just like buckle in. And as this episode is called, fasten your seatbelts, because we're about to get on this ride. Next week, we'll be fine next week, because I was like, it's Christmas. I can't believe it's Christmas already. Yeah, I like the holidays for as much time off as I can get. So, anyways, Gato wants attention. He does. He's like attacking me currently. He's taken off both of my house slippers. Like, it's a lot. All right, you guys, I'll talk to you later. Remember to be you, be true, and find your place. Bye. Jump in the line, rock your body on time. Okay, I believe you. Jump in the line, rock your body on time.